put hashtag replay, all the things. And let me know if you're new to my channel. I would love to welcome you. I am just getting in from church and getting things together, getting Ari into bed, you know, all the things. So it was a little hectic today or this evening. I mean, not too hectic really, but just had to do all the things, you know, before coming on. So I am here. I made it. This just fell off my shelf right here. I need to use these. I need to use those. I've had them for like forever. All right. Hey, Paula. How are you, sweet friend? How's your day been? I wanted to work on a mixed media piece, is what I'm thinking. But I do have my my folio here that I've been working on Facebook a couple of times. I think I worked on it twice on there, maybe 3 times. I'm not too sure, but it is almost done. So maybe I should finish that really quick. I say really quick, you know, final last words. And then work on, let me get a canvas real quick here. All right. Yeah, because I do have something else I want to work on too, and can use this canvas here. So hopefully I can get this done pretty quick, or at least just work on it for a bit and then, you know, and then switch over. Hi, LaFawn, how are you? Hey, Ann. It's always different with the screen here than Facebook. So I've been working on a folio here, using papers from Paperamia. This is the back here, and then the front. I do want to put some stickles or, you know, something on here to make it shimmer. But let me show you how big this thing is, if you guys didn't see me working on it. This flap comes open as well. But we got all kinds of stuff. In each section, I did put some stickles to give a little shimmer. That little flap comes down, and there's a pocket inside of that one. And I did add stickles to, look how pretty that is, to the mushrooms there on here. I did on the flower and the leaf. Yeah, the leaf too. We got a pocket here. Got some shimmer on that one. There's a pocket. And that one, a little flap coming down. Super fun. And then we got this one over here. Final one. Look at that. I just love the little paper dolls. That I'm using the Tim Holtz minis for this. And then here's the back. So it's a lot of work on it, but it's been so fun. I've really been enjoying it. So I did this little tuck spot here, a little cluster down there. And we got that. This section is really cool. I did some pumpkins, put a scarecrow, a truck with some raffia and some pumpkins, and there's some leaves, and then there's a little bird I put there. I think I want to give some blue sparkle to the bird too. I just can't even help it. And then this little flap, you can actually make this flap into a pocket and, you know, keep it like that. But I just had it like come open, and then I put a pocket here with the paper. So it's a tall skinny tag in there. So, and then these also can be pockets as well, but I like to have a couple of them, you know, that just flip down, and you can have some more stuff in there. And I did, for this one, I did put a pocket. So there is cards in here that go with the kit. Using Autumn Bliss. A couple of things might be also from the Autumn Bakehouse as well. But yeah, so it's turning out really amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. Super fun. And after my live last night, I mean, I did add some things, some like stickles while I was live, but there was a couple that I did add after, like the red, for example. I was using the Christmas red, and I did add it on some of the leaves and the mushrooms. So that is what I have so far. So what I'm going to do is work on finishing this up, because I do have a mixed media piece that I want to work on for, you know, fall, Halloween time. So doing good. Awesome. What is this? This is a folio. It's kind of like a junk journal, mixed media piece kind of thing. Like a, you know, kind of like an extended book. But this is a folio, and you can get it from Amazon, scrapbook.com, Simon Says Stamp, you know, different places. Hi, Carla. How are you, sweet friend? How have you been? How's your grandbaby doing? Let's see if I have the pack up here. I think I still have it here. Maybe, of what it looks like. I don't know. I had to move a bunch of things around, so I don't... Oh, wait, it's down here. Here it is. I found it. Okay, let me show you what it's looking like here. This is called a pocket folio. Pocket folio. So that's what the pack will look like. This is what it looks like, you know, on, if you see it on Amazon. Just search in Tim Holtz pocket folio. And then that's showing, you know, part of it. There is also an accordion folio as well, which I use more often. It's not quite as much, like there's still, you know, you can still do a lot, but it's not quite as long. So I feel like you can kind of like finish that a bit faster. But this was one of the newer ones that he came out with. But it's really very fun. It's nifty. The last one I did before this was last Christmas. I made one. And then I wanted to do one for fall for my my design team project for Paperamia. So you can go on their site on like Ko-Fi and Facebook and stuff like that, and you can find like all their things. But I'm mainly using papers from, and the ephemera things from Autumn Bliss. That is what it's called. Good evening. Hi there. All right, so if you guys don't mind to spread the love, share, sprinkle, all the things, that would be amazing. I have tons of like ephemera things on my table right now, so it's kind of a mess from last night. That's why I was like, you know what, I might as well just work on finishing this really quick, since all the stuff's all spread across here. I do want to do something on this flap right here. And then I love that it, you know, it comes down, the path does continue. I got them standing on the path, so it's super cute. Even if I put like some stickles or something, you know, small here, I was kind of thinking a little, like there is a pumpkin here and some leaves next to the path. So I do think I'm going to put some stickles on that little pumpkin, but like over here, I could put like a little, just do a little cluster of something. There is a white pumpkin there. That one's kind of big, so that might not be the best idea there. But let's just see if I can add like a little something there. That's too big too. Kind of want to add a tab on here. I didn't add it to the other ones, but I think it would be good to add a little tab there. I think it would be fun. So I'm going to do that, and then I can stamp. I guess I can stamp on there, or I can put one of those the little words that came with this. Which one do I want to use? It has to be something like kind of like small. Like Autumn Haze. I could use maybe Autumn from there, since it's like kind of, you know, smaller. And then there is some other ones I did cut out as well, and I put, oh, you know what? I do have one that's really skinny. It was the name of, it said like Autumn Leaves Fussy Cuts, and I always save these that are on all the like the printables, and then I use them for like labels. But this one says Autumn Leaves, so I'm gonna use that on here. I mean, it's a little bit longer. Maybe I can take a tiny bit off and then it'll fit a bit better. So I'm gonna go right to the letters, like literally right next to it. And then let's get that off, and then this one. So now it's really tiny. There we go. Look how tiny that is now. I could even make it, if it wasn't really fitting good, I could even put it in two. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that. I think that would be a great idea. But let me ink it first, because if not, it's going to be kind of hard to do the inking on both. I mean, because they're just so tiny. I'm going to do it on here to add a little ink on there as well. Just ink it all up. And there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it'll be a perfect one for it. Hi there, Frevalo. How are you? This is a folio I'm working on. A Tim Holtz accordion folio. No, not accordion. What did I say it was again? Pocket folio. That's what it is. All right. Oh, let me do autumn first. That would make sense. Okay. Yeah, I can put this one at the top. Fits on there great. And, oh, goodness. And then leaves. And then I can put like a little pumpkin or leaves or something here. That one I'm going to bring over a little bit more. So now I have a little tab for this little flap that comes down, which I think is fabulous. Something easy. Oop, easy peasy. I was trying to do some more fussy cutting today, but it was kind of a bit busy. And then I like to fussy cut like when I'm sitting outside. I usually sit like in the back patio, like, you know, there's gardens all around, and it's just, I love nature, and it's just so peaceful. And so I like to do it there. But today it was rainy. The past 2 days it's been rainy, so I couldn't really do it. So I did some while I was like standing in the kitchen, but I didn't get to do too much because I did have a lot of like business stuff to do today, and had a couple of errands and, you know, some different things going on. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to get this tab on first before I start getting the stuff for my cluster. Would be great. So let's put that there. That looks good. I like it. All right, and then, so I did do some. This is I had a bag full of things, but then I spread it across my table last night. So there's so much stuff up here that I was using. So this is just part of it. It's just all in here that I did fussy cut, but there's a bunch more out right now on my table. So I need to get this stuff together. It's a bit crazy. I am going to use those little pieces there. Okay, so we got that, and then a bunch of little pieces, and it's a lot. It's a lot going on here. So I'm gonna gather that stuff up just so it's kind of out of the way a little bit here. But then I also was starting to fussy cut this stuff today, and then I didn't get to finish. So there's a bunch of, you know, a bunch of things in here too. Some of it I did fussy cut. Others, right before my live, I was like, I'm tossing it in a baggie and just, you know, I'll finish that later. So I do got some, you know, cool things in there. And also some more of the pumpkins and stuff that were different sizes, because I was using quite a bit in here. And then there's like field labels and, you know, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Oh, and then there was some, those seals. I wanted to use some of those seals in here. Let's see. Let me put that with my bee stuff really quick. All right, so the seals were, I definitely did those today. Let's take a look. Here's some here. There was actually quite a bit of them, but I don't know where they all are. I guess they're just mixed in here somewhere. I have no clue where the rest of them are. That's really cute. Little wreaths and stuff. I shouldn't have probably like mixed in the things that I already did fussy cut. That way I can get to them better and use them. So I don't know why I did that. I should have left them like separate. That's what I should have did. There's all kinds of like different cards and backgrounds and scarecrows, tons of stuff in here. All kinds of stuff. I don't know where the other, yeah, there was like extra pumpkins and leaves and stuff in different sizes, but that's all right. I know for sure I did want to put one of these seals though. So I'm going to use that, like one of the wax seals. All right, so we got that. This is super cute. This little guy sitting on, you know, it's a little wreath kind of thing. So we got that too. And some of these are, you know, kind of big, so they'll take up a lot of space. So I can't really use, you know, all of those, but this one says fresh pumpkins. That one's cute too. And what is this? Oh, that's a lantern. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, work with what I have on my table here, and then all of this stuff in this baggie is ready to go. And then I did find some more of the little butterflies that I wanted to use. That one I do have to finish fussy cutting. But I did find some more, so I was happy about that. And some little, here's another little teeny butterfly, which I definitely wanted to, you know, have some of those ready to go. I wanted to use some of those. Okay, so over here, I'm gonna just find a little pumpkin. I don't think I have any of the super small ones left, but it's okay. It is quite okay. We'll make it work here. I mean, this one has a little cluster with a pumpkin and some flowers. Yeah, I feel like this could work. I need to take off this little bit down here so it fits right. It's like part of another piece, but I used it on the other side right here, where this was just a half piece, but it worked. So I feel like this works as well. If I just flatten it out, it looks like it was meant to go right on the edge. So I'm gonna do that. That way I have some leaves that I wanted, plus a pumpkin. And then I'll add some stickles after. I have to do the stickles like pretty much at the ends because it takes a bit to dry. So I'll just worry about that later. All right, and then this goes flat against there. Yeah, that looks good. Except for all the extra glue here. That's not the best. How's your knee? It hasn't been cracking quite as much tonight. Oops, I've done pulled off the little leaf there. Whoopsie. Yeah, it hasn't been quite as bad, but I think it's just the weather and stuff has been making it, you know, my back and my knees kind of weird. But it was my right knee that just kept cracking like nonstop. It was weird. Yeah, I don't need that little piece. It was definitely something. But I feel like it was cracking with every little movement I did. So now it hasn't been quite as bad today with that, which is great. These things are like flipping over, so I want to put some glue on that. I'm just going to use some of this art glitter glue here, because these things are annoying me when they keep flipping. Or I'm not. I think it's a little clogged. Okay. Well, I don't feel like putting, well, here's one. I guess I can. I guess I can. There we go. So how was everybody's day? What you guys do today? I was supposed to have one doctor's appointment today. And, well, I thought it was today. And it wasn't. It was actually yesterday. I missed it. So I had to reschedule that one. Tomorrow we got 3 dentist appointments. You know, for 3 of us. So that'll be fun. We'll probably be there for a while. All right. That's much better. Much better. All right. And then, yeah, I'll definitely add the stickles on here. After. Let's get that. I mean, how is it that I just use it and then it clogs up right away? There we go. It did come with like a little goodness, a little nozzle piece, a little tip that you can add on for, it's even like more of a fine tip. But I didn't. I still haven't used that. I guess that's just called laziness. That is what it's called. All right, now, I think this side's pretty good. I guess I need to put this down a little bit more anyway, because it's not down quite enough. I don't mind if some of it is up for that, like, volume and texture and just to see the different layers. But those big ones, I think, need to go down. Yeah, I think all that needs now is just some stickles, so I'll add that after. I did put leaves here. I wanted to put like a little pumpkin or something at the bottom of this tree. So let's see. That covers like everything, so that's a bit much. I feel like I can put maybe that address. And then I really wish I would have got those other, like the smaller pumpkins done, because this is definitely going to be too big on there. Unless I cut one of the small pumpkins from the papers. You know, just get like one of the pumpkins out. This could be kind of cute here. The basket. I guess I'll do the basket. And then I'll just put this label, or like this little address label thing. I'll just add it for just, you know, just to add it. Just to add it. So what you guys do today? Hi, Connie. How are you? All right, I'll leave that open. That way I can use that for this. And then the basket. Nice. That looks good. Oh, I gotta put the label first. I certainly should do that because it will, this will cover some of it. I think I'll put it, I think I want to put it there instead of covering the tree. Or is that weird? I guess it'll look better there, huh? Okay, so if you guys are just joining, I am on here for the Artistry Collective. It is a YouTube collab event that my friends and I do every Wednesday. Sometimes, you know, we can't always make it on, like all of us, but for the most part, we do usually come on here on Wednesdays. So if you missed today, starting us off every week is Shauna with Fraps and Scraps. And then, hi Judy, how are you? Oh, there she is. There is Shauna. So Shauna with Fraps and Scraps is first. And then Leah with Make All the Things With Me. And she actually wasn't on tonight. Her daughter was over for dinner. So that was really awesome that they got to do, you know, have that time together. Very sweet. All right, stay. Stay, stay, stay. All right, this is a little crooked here. There we go. All right, so we got a little basket there. There's leaves up there, and then this tag comes out. I used a Tim Holtz little, one of the stamps that's called Falling Leaves to put on there. And I didn't do anything on the back except for just ink it up. But I definitely needed to make a tag that was pretty skinny for this little spot here. Okay. Yeah, that looks cute. Let me show you guys how that's looking. Okay, so I think this side's pretty good for now. We got all that. This one. And then that flap I just worked on right now. And I need to add stickles to that little piece that I added. And then we got that stuff, that one. This flap is the one that has the cards in it. So I made the pocket out of, you know, with the paper instead of turning this whole thing into a pocket. And I like that you can see him peeking through. And then we got that there. There's little pumpkins there with some stickles on it and a little butterfly. And then we got this big old cluster here. He's just chilling on a pumpkin. And then the pocket that I just did. And I just put the little basket, little label. There is some little leaves up there, little cluster. So now I just have to finish back here on the one section. And then I might add some lace. I have to, actually, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to put a couple of, just while I'm finishing working on this, I want to put some things, paper clips, yeah. I want to put paper clips on here so that they will stay in place here for the time being while I'm working on this. So let's do that. Oh, I should open it up first and then put the clip. Yeah, it just keeps these in place while I'm working on it for now. Got the little pocket. There's a little envelope thing in there. Envelope here. I did put like a little dried pressed flower on there. There's another little card and stuff. And then this flap, I'm gonna put one there as well. I think that's good. It was just the two flaps there. All right, so now the other side. And then this just goes, you know, goes like that to close. This side, there was a little section that I needed to work on. The cover, it does have like a little cluster there. And I do want to add like some stickles or something there. The back, I didn't do anything to that one yet. But I have this pretty much this whole section here that I wanted to add like a couple of things here. But other than that, this one's done. There's a little tuck spot up here, little corner tuck spot. And there's like woods, you know, going through here on a trail, and it says Quiet Woods. And then this one says Misty Mornings in this little section here. And then this one has the pumpkins and the scarecrow. And then I just put that little material there. Over here, I put the truck, the bird, the pumpkins, the leaves, and the raffia. And then there's the front, you know, cover again. And then here, I do want to put something on the flap here. I want to put, I don't know, maybe some kind of label or something. Actually, you know what I could put? I can put that, where'd it go? I can use this. The seal. Do I want to use one of the labels too? Maybe just a leaf and the seal. Seems good to me. Thank you for doing that. I truly appreciate that. I have to catch the rest of your live on replay because I ended up, we went to church. Because Sundays, even if we go to the later service at like 12, it's still kind of rushy. So then sometimes we can't, you know, really make it because then we're tired, we stay up late and all the things. So then Wednesdays kind of works great for us. So then I have to watch some of the replays. But it's, we go twice on, you know, 2 Wednesdays a month because I am on that, in that one event. And then I go live, you know, on here too. So 2 of the Wednesdays out of the month, I go live twice. So every other week, pretty much. So then every other week we go on Wednesday to church. All right, so we got the leaf there. And then, I don't know why I always do that and get the glue all over. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Just dirty it up a little bit. And then the little seal. I feel like I want to put like a little something in between too, but nothing like really big. Maybe some cheesecloth. That way it's like see-through and you can still see the leaf. But I just like to have the layers going on. But just a small little piece here would be great. All right, get rid of that. Yeah, I mean, you can still see the leaf. But then it still, you know, it gives some dimension and all. You know, I love the layers. And then I'll just grunge that up a little bit. There we go. So what did you guys do today? Gotta tell me all the things. How was your day? What you do? You know, all the stuff. Gotta fill me in. And if you only watch me on YouTube, then you can fill me in on your whole week because I only come on here on Wednesdays usually. Though us 3 that are in this collab, we have another collab that we are doing for card making. So it'll be a YouTube, you know, playlist, and so that is for like National Card Making Day, I guess it's called. So we're gonna do that, and that's gonna be super fun. Got some, you know, great lineup already, so it's super exciting. All right, so that's good. This stuff I'll add the stickles to, but that's, I know it's upside down, but just a small little cluster there. So now I just only have this section over here to do with these three, and that is it. And then this is done. There's a little flap here. I need to put some more glue, and my glue is coming out like crazy right here. I could have actually made this a little pocket. That's what I could have done. Oh, I put a lot of glue in there because it was all running down the side. But that's why I use this glue. That's why it's my favorite, because when it's wet, you can just roll it off with your fingers and it's good to go. I love that. My favorite glue. Hey, Marilyn, how are you, sweet friend? How are you doing? All right, get that little corner there. That's good. Okay, so let's see. What do I want to do here? I know for sure I want some kind of little like pocket or tuck spot or something. So maybe I could do like a small little tuck spot up here. I don't want it too big. This would be great to use, but now I feel like I can't really fit it on here. Maybe this could be a tuck spot. Sure, why not? I think it'll work. All right, so what I'm gonna do then is, first I'm gonna ink it up because there's some white in between that, you know, I couldn't really get to when I was fussy cutting. I mean, unless you break out an X-Acto knife, but I mean, who wants to get all into it like that? That's a bit much. Definitely a bit much. Great. I am from Arkansas and enjoy the cool down weather. Awesome. Hey, John. I like the weather that's cooler as well. I'm in Maryland. The past 2 days we've had a little bit of chilly weather, but I've been really enjoying it. I really have. I'm like, I don't want it to be cold yet, but I do like it, you know, cooled down. Like in the 70s. It's been great. The weather is supposed to be going back up though. It's supposed to warm up again starting tomorrow. But it's been really nice. Like, it's been rainy the past 2 days actually. But I really don't mind the rain, honestly. You know, we haven't had much rain at all in the past. I mean, even like all summer actually. We really haven't had much rain. So I need to make sure this is completely down, because whatever I tuck up in here, I don't want it to like snag on this. So I just wanted this to be completely down. And just make sure there's no glue to where my tag's gonna get stuck on there. You know, if I put like a tag or some kind of little card. All right, so then this one here, I'm just gonna add a little ink to, and then I need to put the glue on the top of it, and then I guess some of the side of it, All right, which way do I want this to go? Upside down? I feel like it kind of works better this way. So I'm going to put it all on the top here. I don't know why the glue has been coming out so crazy lately. And then down a little bit, so then it's just like right here has no glue. So that way I could tuck the little card up here. All right, so then I want this to go here. There we go. And then maybe a little label would be cute on here, because I just want like something else, like a little something on here. But as long as that stuff's dry, that's good. And then let's see the other side. I could either ink this one. I think I'm just gonna trim that. Yeah, I'm just gonna trim it. All right, so now, let's see. So when I put something in here, it'll just be like tucked in like that. So, well, you know, I'll figure out what I want to put in there, but just some kind of like little card or something. I didn't get to use a squirrel in this whole thing, but he's pretty big, so I guess I'm not really going to use him on this piece. I'll save that for something else. Now, like a little cluster or word thing on the top. I'm kind of thinking put some little scrap pieces, or I can use this little lace piece here. And I definitely want to do like some pumpkins down here. Now this does fold right here, so this will just have to be like, you know, it'll just have to fold right here, because I want to put somebody standing in the, like this pathway here, this driveway, I guess it is. I think that'll work great there. Now a word we could do, I put autumn on here already, so I don't think I need that. What does this say? Woodland? That seems good. Woodland it is. Seems great. And then I'm going to use these little fitting shears. What's going on here? Oh, I need to be tightened. Well, what do you know? There we go. Much better. Okay, that one. It just inks it up really well. If you have some kind of like distressed edge, and you can see that ink, it picks up the ink really well. As long as I don't mess this thing up, because I'm getting all crazy with it. Getting a little too crazy. All right, well, I have that open. I might as well do the inking on here. I just cover anything that is white, pretty much. Any little bit that's white. And then let's see, this one here. I need a little bit of lace. And then woodland. Okay. And then this one. Just gonna fold it in half and put that on the little crease here. My glue has been just really coming out like crazy lately. I don't know what's going on with it. It's just too much. Entirely too much going on. So the paper dowels I've been using on the other side of here, they're from a Tim Holtz pack, and it's the mini paper dowels. It comes with a little teeny dog. So I think it would be really adorable to put like a little, you know, person over here and a dog like in the little pathway. Now I just have to get all this stuff to stay down. Let's use this one because it doesn't come out nearly as crazy as the other one. Though it likes to clog up a lot. All right, there we go. I guess because the hole is so like tiny. But it certainly works fantastic for just getting a little bit of glue. It's really great for that. And it's a really good glue. It's just, can't really use it on printables. You know, if you're printing on like regular printer paper, it totally bleeds through the print, which is a bummer. Because I use printables all the time. Hey, Chica. Hey there, sweet friend. How are you doing, Deb? What did you do today? Okay, let's put this up. And I'm just about done my folio. I'm pretty excited. I got my design team project about done for the month. And then I'm going to do something extra just because there was so many papers. And they're all like amazing and gorgeous. So I'm going to do some like mixed media pieces and then use some for like in my fall journal too. Which isn't required to do extra, but I'm an overachiever. What can I say? No, I'm kidding. It's just because I really love the papers are so pretty. So I already know I'm going to be wanting to use them. All right, so I got to look at my collection here. Definitely the butterflies. Unfortunately, I didn't get these cut out, which is a bit of a bummer, but it won't take me long to trim it. Won't take me long. Right there. Get a little, put a little V up in here. I hope I can find the little teeny dog paper doll. I had thought about using it, and then I forgot. And then my friend last night on my live had mentioned it about using the little dog, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. I have to use that. I think it would be really cute. I wonder how many it comes with, because I really want to be able to use that dog for other things too, besides just, you know, this one project. because it is so adorable. All right, so that one's gonna go there. Maybe have like a little, like some falling leaves or something. Some little teeny leaves would be great over here. And I certainly don't feel like digging through all the things, but there is some little teeny ones here actually. So it'll look like it's falling off the trees. So I'll get that one. I gotta get that paper out of the way. It's too much. And there. So we got that ready. This leaf here. So we had Hannah's baby shower this past Saturday. And it turned out really fantastic. So I'm so excited. And I'm really excited that it's over now, because I was really like stressing big time with it. Just making sure like everything turns out good. I have enough decorations and, you know, just that it turned out great. So it did. It ended up being really nice. And I'm pretty excited about that. So now we just wait for baby Eris to be born. And she is going to be due, Hannah's going to have her in like 5 weeks. So it's just going to like fly by. I mean, I feel like her whole pregnancy flew by, honestly. I felt like for me when I was pregnant, it just like took forever. But hers, I felt like went by really quick. I mean, of course I wasn't pregnant, so I didn't have to deal with anything. But I would say she's had an amazing pregnancy. Like, she looks good. She didn't gain tons of weight. She threw up literally one time the whole pregnancy. So that's pretty amazing. And really, oh my gosh, this thing's so tiny. I'm dropping it. Yeah, she's really she had it pretty easy. I don't know if it's just because it's like her first one, or I don't know. I know I threw up quite a bit with her. She was my first kid, and I definitely remember throwing up quite a bit. We got this little, like, plum or something here. That's cute. I don't know if I'm going to use it right now, but it is adorable, little plum. I just want this little teeny leaf. Right there and there. All right, so I got the things. Oh, here's the green ones. I guess I'll use one green one. No, just kidding. I'm using 2 green ones, so I just have this one last thing to cut out. Just one. Oops. Got like fumble fingers here. I actually used to, like, I couldn't stand fussy cutting before, but now I enjoy it. I mean, not necessarily on my live, just because, I mean, nobody wants to sit here and watch me cut out papers. But when I'm sitting down, relaxing and fussy cutting, I actually, I think it's very peaceful and relaxing. So I do it way more often now than I ever did before. I used to always cut out whatever I needed on my life. Like, I never prepared ahead of time with it. But the past, like, few months, I've been doing pretty good with it. Trying to keep up with all the things. All right, let's get rid of those so I don't mix it with the stuff I need. All right, so we got it all done. Woohoo! I was able to finish this folio in like a week. So it's really great. I mean, not even a full week. It is relaxing, right? Sprinkle, thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that so much. Okay, there we go. I guess I better not use this glue. Oh my gosh, look at this, is just, it's dripping down all the way down the thing. I love it. I'm going to try to just use the glue that's on there. All right, so fallen leaves. Here, just floating in the air would be great. And then I'll put stickles on it at the ends. There. I guess these little teeny ones. So it's like the wind's blowing, because there is some in the print that's showing, you know, the leaves flowing through the air. Let's see, let's do one down here. This folio has been pretty fun. You can actually make folios yourself. So usually, I mean, you usually like attach the pieces. But there was a time, like forever ago, that I actually had made one out of a board. One of those, what is it called? I got it from Dollar Tree. Like those project boards, trifold boards, or whatever it's called. I totally forgot the name now. I said it last night, and now I can't think of it. But they work great for it, because you have such a big piece that you can just, you know, cut long ways. And if you want the flaps on it, you either incorporate that in with it, you know, as you're cutting it, or you could just attach them at the ends. All right, now the butterflies. All right, so this butterfly is going to be somewhere. I don't want to put it here because I'm going to put a card there. I guess it's just going to be here. Did anybody start decorating for like fall and Halloween yet? I'm going to start this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to do everything, but I didn't do everything last year, so I probably should. But it's so much stuff and like a lot of work, so it's kind of like, do I really, am I looking forward to doing all that? Like so much work. Or should I just do outside? I don't know. All right, just want to make sure there was no extra glue coming from these. That way I can ink and do the stickles. Okay. Oops. So what I was thinking, what I think would be cute is on the cover, or the this wrap thing. This is the, like, for the closure. A lot of times I like to stamp on these. So I'll stamp and like ink it up. And then I was thinking maybe I wanted to use one of these. I think I got it from Michael's or something. but I want to use like this and then use one of those bob pins and put like a couple, you know, hanging from it. Just let it like pin it in. So I could use like 3 or, you know, just use 2 hanging down. I think would be cute. And just pin it on there. All right, so the other butterfly is going to go over here. The little teeny one. All right, so right there. And then I need somebody here in the path. And then preferably the dog as well would be wonderful. But I mean, it could be really hard to find it because it is so tiny. And I had it out not long ago because it was just so cute. And I'm like, oh, I want to use it. I feel like it's going to be kind of hard finding it though. But these little paper dolls, these minis, are absolutely amazing. They're so tiny and cute. I love them. I have every Tim Holtz paper doll and old photos set. And I just love them. And these are just so tiny and cute. So I found the girl that I wanted to use already. Where did I just put her? Oh, she's so cute. I love her with her little flower headband. It's really sweet. Oh, she's right here. And she's holding a basket of flowers. So I was thinking her. And then we could have somebody maybe sitting on this pumpkin, possibly. Be kind of fun. Oh, goodness. I think she's going to be a little too big. So I will find somebody else to sit on there. But it's basically all the same people and even like groupings of people that are in the photos and the other like bigger paper dolls. Even got the little one that's for 4th of July. She has the flag there. Very cute. I'm trying to just find the dog though. And if I happen to come across, you know, anybody else I might possibly want to use. I don't know what in the world she's holding. Oh, it's a hat. It's like a hat sitting on her lap. It's going to be kind of hard to find this thing. She's one of my faves. I love using her a lot. She's very cute. Here's the other guy for 4th of July. They're amazing with their little flower headbands and white dresses, and you can use like ink or whatever to like dress them up, you know, color their outfits. I think I should use a kid since the house, like, it's gonna, I feel like it's just gonna look better. So that's what I'm thinking. These ones are really cute for like Halloween projects and stuff. I love using them for that. They're so cute. Very cute. I need somebody smaller because I can't have it in the crease. So if I use somebody that's sitting, here's what one of the boys that does have a dog next to him. So I could possibly use that. Look how cute. Little dog there. Could be cute. Though I do want to find the dog. I could have her sitting on the pumpkin. She would fit nicely. Or him, because he's like a little small guy. Actually, I love how that he fits perfect around there. Really cute. Yeah, these are like definitely some of my absolute faves. I can't get enough of paper dolls. Like I just love using them so much. I've used these ones. These ones here I've used in projects before. And them. Look how sweet they are. Watch I do all this, and then there is a dog in this one too. Sitting in the middle of the guys. That's cute. I mean, I can't use that one, but it does have a dog though. Really cute. I'm not getting much of the comments. I love her with her little parasol. It's very cute. And then they're sitting down. So I like that too. They're all sitting like crisscross. And I don't know if I must have kept the, I must have like kept the dog out. That actually fits great here. Where he's leaning across on that thing. There's another big group of ladies there, 5 of them. I've used this one quite a bit too. All right, let's see. And that one with these two, like siblings. I've used a lot of them, honestly. They're just really pretty amazing. She's another one of my faves. She's so cute too. Look how adorable she is. And I like changing up the colors of their outfits too. I am not seeing the dog after all that. Oh, what do you know? What do you know? So I didn't put him back in here. Which means he's over on my table where I had him before, but it's going to be kind of hard to find him. That's a bummer. Is he definitely not in here? Oh well. It's okay. I'll just put those back in here. And he's super cute. I've used him for projects too. So adorable. Sometimes you gotta push the little tabs out when they're, you know, cutting these out. So I'm either using him or him for this pumpkin. I think I'm gonna use him because the holly's like sitting really, it's pretty awesome how it fits contoured around that pumpkin stem and all. And as I'm putting these in, I'm just trying to make sure that I didn't happen to like miss him anywhere. The little dog. Because if I did find him, then I would have used him, you know, next to someone here. But I guess I'm just going to use him. Like, he has a dog with him, so I'm, you know, good with that. It is just fine. It's like a needle in a haystack because he's pretty tiny, but he is very, very cute. That's why I had him out, because I'm like, I really want to use him for something. Yeah, some of these you have to get the little tabs out of there. That way you can have, you know, you don't have to, but it just, you know, makes it a little more realistic, I feel like. There sure is a lot that comes in a pack, which I love. She's another one of my faves with her little tutu, which could be really cute for Halloween or for like a ballerina kind of, you know, project or something. All right. Oh my gosh, here he is. How did I miss him? He was in here. I totally missed him. Somehow. Right there. And all right, let me show you how he's looking. He's really cute. Look how adorable. You're on. Hey, Susan. How are you, sweet friend? So cute. So if I have him here and then can put, you know, somebody next to him, I think would be adorable. Though now looking at it, this guy, his dog is smaller, so I feel like it kind of fits better for this house. I could have sworn this one was a bit smaller, but I mean, it's still tiny. But I feel like this dog fits pretty good after all that. Don't you love it? Well, at least I was able to get the other ones out that I wanted to use. So it wasn't all for nothing. All right, so he's gonna go here in the path. And then, all right, I got that butterflies on. I'm gonna sit him on the pumpkin here. So I think well, he looks really cute on there too. Oh goodness. I guess I'm gonna use him. I like how his legs come down on the side of the pumpkin there. Okay, and then this guy, he's just leaning on the sign. Instead of having one sit on the pumpkin here, I mean, I think that would be very cute, or I can have the guy leaning. I'm gonna have him leaning because I didn't use one like that on, you know, the folio here. Okay, so he's gonna go right there. Very, very cute. All right, so I think all I have to do now, I want to make sure I don't lose this dog again. So I need to get a little where I can clip it. I'll put like a few together. That way he's like, I can find it easier instead of just clipping one. I'll just put a few together. It'll be easier that way. And then put him there. Oh, we got another one. All right, that, and then these glue strings off. I need like a little tag to go in the tuck spot there. Now I don't want it too big to cover up anything. So I need to find a small one. Preferably a small one would be wonderful. So let's get, oh, one of these would be great. It's like a little stamp. Yeah, that seems good. That seems good. So I'm gonna use one of the scissors that has like the little stamp kind of edge to it. That one could work. I think this one will be good. Yeah, I feel like that one or this one. I'm gonna go with this one here. Yeah, this one seems pretty good. And then down there. I did it totally crooked somewhere around here. Well, it's not too bad. Just need to get this little thing off. There we go. And, oh goodness, I didn't mean to do all that. That seems great. A small little stamp thing to tuck up there. This one's on textured paper. So I like to like ink all around because then you can see all that texture on there. So that's pretty awesome. Goodness, my back has been really something the past couple of days. When I'm standing and doing lives, it's just like really quite annoying. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, I mean, maybe the weather or something. Too cute. Thank you. So now I just have to add some stickles. And then once I get like all the things like organized on my table here, then I'll be able to like see if I want to add any little, you know, anything else, any kind of little detail. But there's that. And I wonder if I want to put something behind it. If it's going to be in the way when I think it would be good. Just to glue it, or I can even, you know, staple the top. Where's my regular scissors? I don't know. Oh, right here. All right, so I need to get that a little straighter because that's kind of crazy looking. And then I don't need like too much hanging over, plus I don't want it too big for the tuck spot there. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to try not to put too much glue. And then I do want to see the lace sticking out of the top and the bottom and the sides. I want it all over. I just don't need like too much over, that's all. Okay. That way you don't see, you know, the glue on there. You can still see the ink back there. And then it just gives like a little something to it. So then that's just gonna be tucked right there. Did I glue him? They're all glued, so it's good to go. Let's see. All right, so there's all the little leaves falling. The butterfly. We got him sitting there. Him and his dog there. And then this in the little tuck spot here. So now I just want to add some stickles. And I think that'll be good for now. If there's anything else that I can think of after, you know, I'll just add it to it. All right, so orange on the butterfly. Gotta have a little shimmer on the butterflies for sure. And, you know, definitely can use lots of orange on here. Yeah, I like to do this at the end because it needs time to dry. And I'm using, the stickles I'm using is spice marmalade. And it just really adds something to any different piece, you know, any, like the material, the lace, I add it to like a lot of things really, but it's great that it's perfect for paper. All right, move that all around. Up here. It looks fabulous. Let's see. I definitely want some on the leaves here. And I'm going to use green for the other ones. It looks pretty. I love that. Butterfly. Very cute. I think I should be in an event tomorrow on Facebook. I think. Hey Lee, how are you? Love it. Thank you so much. I am Chelsea Douglas's sister. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad you're here. That is pretty awesome. Thank you for being here, and thank you all. And those that watch the replays, I really, truly appreciate it. I get a lot of replay friends, you know, which I appreciate so much as well. This one has some green and orange in it for that little teeny one. And actually, I forgot to get this little stem. I should be using an even smaller ink thingy, ink brush. But I would like to get that. There we go. Without getting the stuff all over it. The stickles. Yeah, I feel like I could add a little orange to that one. And this one is called, so that one was called Spice Marmalade. This one is Bundled Sage, which is my favorite of all the greens I have. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to add a little on the stem as well. So you'll still see that brown through there, and then just have a teeny bit of the green. Let's add a little in here. Just a little. It just makes it like stand out more. All right, and then we got this leaf here. Oh, we forgot this one. This green is so pretty. It's a really pretty one. If I start running out, I definitely am going to be having to order some more. Because I have like different ones like holly and stuff, but I feel like the bundled sage is just a really pretty one. Like nice and light, not too overpowering of a green. Okay. Oh, on the front. I definitely wanted to add some on the front. And before I move on to that stuff though, I need to get these little pumpkins here. I did the tiny ones on the other side too. Or else you might miss them because they're really small, so I want to be able to see them. So this helps to make it stand out some. Okay, that looks awesome. Pretty excited about it. I might add some red to this up here. So before I move on to the other spot, let me show you this really quick. Actually, I need to add a little bit more on here. And then after it dries, if you feel like you need to add more, you can always layer it on. Or just fill in, you know, some of the spots. Sometimes if I have like a big area, I'll use like a small paintbrush and pretty much just kind of smooth it out. But a lot of times I just use the tip and move it all around. I mean, that's what I mostly do anyway. Okay. All right, so we got those. Very pretty with the little pumpkins down there. Got that. And a little tuck spot. Now I want to do the, oh, I forgot to ink that a little bit. Okay, yeah, I mean, I definitely want to add some, I can't really stretch this out like where you're going to be able to see all of it, but there is a couple of little things here that I wanted to add it to, like these leaves on here. On the other side, I added stickles to each section, had like a little bit on each one. These pumpkins didn't have leaves on them, so I just added some little ones. And the stems actually look a little green. So I'm just going to add a little bit on those as well. And then moving on. We got this big old leaf here. And it's not that I have to put it on like every little, you know, leaf, of course. But I think just having some on, you know, just here and there is, just makes it really pretty. All right, there's one here. And I think I'm going to add some blue to the bird. And then I definitely want to get on this leaf here. I felt like it needed a little something on the cover. Did I not glue this one down? Oh goodness, I didn't even glue this all the way down at all. I'm just using the hot glue at this point. I had tucked it under there. I guess to see if I liked it, and then didn't even glue it down. Okay. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? I have the glue in the way, so of course you can't see what I'm doing here. So you guys have any plans tomorrow? I have a dentist appointment. Yay, fun. That's me being sarcastic, of course. That is what that is. I put a lot in that spot. I had to definitely move that down. That was quite a bit. All right, and then this one. I think this is the last green one I have to do. Trying to get it in between there without getting it on him. It looks so pretty. I love it. I guess I might as well get this stem too. And like I always say, if you don't have stickles, it's totally fine. You can always use some like Mod Podge, put some glitter down. You know, just add some here and there for a little shine and, you know, sparkle. That's always pretty. Okay, lid. Lid. I lost the lid somehow. Here it is. There it is. Okay, and then the orange. I want to get over here. This thing is pretty long, isn't it? we go. Whew. I don't know why my comments, nobody's been like even really chatting on here. I don't know what's going on. Nobody's been chatting really at all. I mean, Paula has a few times, but other than that, are you guys asleep? Did I put you guys to sleep now? Don't tell me that. Am I that boring? Oh, goodness. All right, this leaf, I guess I'll do a little bit. Oh, goodness. There's a little spot here that I didn't want to get. All right, that's good. And then I think this is the last bit. Yeah, just on these pumpkins here. All right, up there. There's a little teeny section there. And then these pumpkins have white on it, which I could still do some of the orange around it. Like it'll still show some of that, you know, that color underneath. But I'm gonna try to just do like the bottom, you know, because it has like that little ombre effect kind of thing going on. Oh, I forgot those orange pumpkins too in the truck. Oopsie. Yeah, I think that looks pretty, with just having it like on the bottom. All right. And then I have 3 little pumpkins in here. Okay, one more. Hopefully this cold I have goes away soon, because it's really been just kind of draining me. It's been a little annoying. Now this pumpkin here, it has a little bit of like a peachy color. So maybe I can just do a little bit of that glitter kind of dabbed around a little bit. And then I can put some green on the bottom. I think would be fabulous. I need to get right here too. I think I've pretty much covered all of the pumpkins on the front and the back. I think I got all the pumpkins. from what I can see. I mean, except for right here. I didn't get that one, or in the little tag thing up here. So I guess I'll do like a little bit on this leaf, just to have that sparkle on here. So a little bit there. And a little bit there. All right. Pretty excited. I love it. Oh, and then there was the one on the flap too, for this one that, you know, comes out. I definitely wanted to get that one. I forgot this green leaf as well. And then I really want to get just a little bit of this green on the pumpkin here to have both colors. And just do like a little mixture. So it's like a little ombre pumpkin there. Okay. Oh, goodness. Now, I do want to print out some tiny crows, because I did want to put a tiny crow on, sitting on his shoulder. Or I can even do like another one of the small birds that's in the prints. Because that's what I did. Like, I used a paper with one of, it had like a little bird. Let's just say it was like this, and it had like a little bird sitting there. So I just trimmed it out of the paper and put it on here. Now I do want some blue sparkle. So let's take a look. Maybe this one. What is this? Waterfall. Ooh, I could put some of this waterfall in the water too. That would be pretty. Oh, also another thing you could do, if you don't want to use stickles or like glitter, you could always do some embossing powder as well. That looks so pretty. I love it. Now I want to put the blue everywhere. Goodness. Let's add a little bit in these mountains. And then a little in the water to give like a little shimmer. But I don't want too much. Like, I don't want it like the pumpkin. So I'm just, that's why I'm dabbing it. Okay. It's looking fabulous as ever. I absolutely love that. I feel like it could be like nice on the truck too. But, you know, once again, I don't want to cover it completely. So maybe just, you know, put it on a little section, kind of dab it around, just to have some of that color, but not saturate it with it. Yeah, I like that a lot. That looks good. I love it. I did put more on the bird itself, but the other stuff, I just want it like a little bit But I think that looks really pretty. There is some stuff on the other side, some water on the other side that I would love to put that blue on as well. So I'm just gonna wait until this stuff dries, and then I'll flip it around and be able to do that. There was a little spot I seen. Where did I see it? I needed just to fill in a couple little spots that I seen. Oh my gosh, I put way too much right there. Goodness. Now I need to like just put it through here. Oops, I'm pulling the tag out. I thought it was a piece of raffia just sitting there. Over here, I want it very, very lightly. And right there. Yeah, it looks really great. I'm pretty excited about how this turned out. I think it really did turn out very lovely. Very, very lovely. Yeah, I think I got all the, you know, the spots that I wanted to get. Just add like a little bit up here. Teeny bit for a little shimmer. And a tiny bit on his hat. I didn't add any of the red on this side, but I totally could add like just a little bit of the red over here. That's awesome. Thank you, sweet friend. I just love you. Maybe just a little bit through these leaves to kind of just add some of that color as well, because I did have, you know, the orange there. And I think the mixture of both on there looks really pretty. I like it. Maybe we could do like a tiny bit on his shirt. That looks fabulous. And then there is like a red leaf here. I mean, it's pretty much like you're painting, but like not. Like using some glue, some paint. Right now I'm like finger painting. But just to have that glitter around. I think it looks fabulous. I am pretty excited about it. And then once all this dries, I'm gonna take photos, and it will be posted on Instagram. I'm gonna mix it here. Mix both of them. It'll be on Instagram and Facebook. All right, and then mix it on those as well. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. There's a lot of red down by like the house and stuff down here. So I'm just gonna do the same thing. Just add some and dab it. Add and dab. I like it. I'm dropping stuff. Yeah, I got it in like the little bushes around the house. Because those ones, I just want like a little accent, you know, a little bit of the sparkle, but it doesn't need to be, you know, saturated or anything. Love it too. Aw, thank you. It is so sweet. All right, so let me show you how it's looking. Oh, I forgot one thing. Well, goodness gracious. It's all the way over here. And I need a sip of coffee. I am just like dragging and not feeling 100% at all. The little tuck spot over here. I need orange. Just a little orange, which actually looks really good with the yellow as well. And then some of the red. Okay. So tomorrow I'll figure out, I gotta look at my schedule and see if I'm on any lives for like an event. If not, I still plan on going live on Facebook. So I will definitely post with all the info for that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then just add the extra over there. Some of it stays on your finger, but it's totally washes off. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this. It is really fun. So the cover, I'll work on, or not the cover. Oh my gosh, I just put my thumb right up in there. Let's add it in the water. It was green. Okay, it's still safe. The tie, like the, you know, the closure. I still want to like do all the things on there, but now I am just like not feeling 100% right now. So though I did want to do a, well, let me show you the other side real quick. Though I did want to do a mixed media piece. This one took way longer than I thought it was gonna tonight. So I am going to work on that tomorrow. All right, so now let's get to this side over here. All right. So we got the little cottage. It's like a little village. See how the little houses there in the background? Got that tuck spot here. That tuck spot. The water. I don't know if you can see the shimmer with the water in the mountains, but looking pretty. That we got the truck and all the things here. And the sparkle. Lots of sparkle. So it has been super fun to work on. And I am definitely excited about how it turned out. So I'm just going to leave this open on my table here. That way everything dries good, and then I'll take pictures of everything. But I am going to, looks amazing. Love you too. Oh, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, so now I'll be able to put all this stuff up and work on some mixed media pieces for the season. And yeah, this is going to be like my design team project. So it's all done, and I got it done early too. I think it's due like on the 20 something. So I actually got it done early. I just had to do this little pumpkin over on the flap here really quick, and that's already done that quick. All right, so you guys have an amazing, blessed night, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Facebook, and look out for some posts and stuff. And then I still have to post like auction items, but last week things were just really crazy with for the baby shower and all that, you know, the things. So I just could not even, I couldn't do anything extracurricular and get everything packed up and all the things. So all right, so you guys have an amazing night, sweet friends. Now I have to like move this so I can reach over without leaning on it. Good night, everyone.